Hello everyone, Shaz here, and I'll see if I can adjust this. There we go, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. I zoomed in. Hi, it's Shaz from Sharon Dalton Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Go Gang Go. I just need to fix this camera, it's a bit lopsided. Thursday night it is again, and yeah, I cannot wait to show you what I've got to show you tonight. I've actually got lots to show you. I've been doing a few classes, and I've just just been busy actually. I'm just gonna see if I can find myself live here on the here we go. I think I found myself live. Yeah, there we are. I just wanted to check that I was live. Make sure you pop on and tell me where you're watching from, and if you share this video, I would really appreciate it. I am trying to grow my channel. I enjoy doing these Thursday night lives. They do test me. They put me out of my comfort zone. But once I get into it, it's all good. So yeah, so tonight we are going to make a mini album. I have made one of these before, but it was a very long time ago, and I actually forgot about it. So yeah, so anyway, I've got lots of things to show you, but the first thing I want to remind you about is bonus days is ending on the 2nd of March. And hello Jill, how are you? Nice to see you here. Let me know where you're watching from, honey. Bonus days is ending on the 2nd of March. If you have any $9 coupons, you need to use them before that date. Otherwise they'll expire. So, so there's that to remember. There's also the join offer. That finishes on the 2nd of March as well. For those of you who may not know, there's a join offer with a Stampin' platform. Now the Stampin' platform replaced what we used to have as our Stamparatus. So I've got one and I have used it a few times. I haven't used it a lot yet, and I'm loving what it can do. So anyone who wants to join, they get given the stamp positioner in their starter kit. So you pay $169 and you get $235 worth of goods that you can choose of your own free choice. It's free shipping, and your Stampin' positioner will go in the box as well. Hello Joe, hello Kay, thanks for joining, ladies. Good to see you here. Yeah, so there's that as well. I'm just trying to think what else. Bonus days, Stampin' positioner. Probably forgotten lots of other things, but anyway, oh, the other thing I wanted to remind you was that we've got new in colors coming, and so these 5, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, Pretty in Pink, and Peach Pie will be going. So if you do not have your re-inkers, your colors, your cardstock, hello Mary, how are you, love? Good to see you. Has it been raining in Emerald? You need to get them because a new catalogue is coming on the 12th to the 14th. Lots of ladies are going to on stage. Sadly, this year I'm not. But they will get to see the new colours, get to feel them, play with them, and then they'll be able to order them. The new catalogue goes live on the 4th or the 5th of May. So, yeah, yeah, those Petunia Pop ones will be going once that catalogue starts. So, yeah, anything that has any of those in colours from 2024 to 2026, they will be leaving us. So let's stop talking and I'll show you what's on my desktop. So at the beginning of the month, I had a birthday. Hello, Mum. How are you, love? And I have not got around to sharing my cards. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to do that now. So if you just want to look away for a minute while I flip the camera to the ceiling and then pop you down to the desktop, it might become a little bit unstable. So just bear with me. Hey, Joe, how are you, love? Good to see you. Okay, ready? Okay, flip this camera. Look at that. And then now we need to bring it in a bit. There we go, and move that up. Not that much. I've got an extra light tonight and it's probably going to bother some people, but I'll pop them over there. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I had a birthday on the 6th and I got these beautiful cards. This one's from my mum. She saw a lady make it and she just whipped it up for me, so it's very cute. It's just a couple of scores and two cuts, and yeah, so beautiful paper that we had a few years ago. This one's from my brother, so yes. This one's from my beautiful friend Susan. Susan's my actual upline in our Stampin' Up world, but I class her as my very good friend and close confidant. So yeah, so she made a little corner flap card there. I received this beautiful card in the mail yesterday, and was talking to Liz today and completely forgot to thank her for it. So I don't know what sort of a card it's called, but it looks like the pages of a book to me. But look at that beautiful card. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This one here is from Monica Formosa, another one of my very good friends from the Stampin' Up world. I raced down to give her birthday card in January, and yeah, she popped one in the mail. I'm very bad at sending cards. I really do apologize. I make and just completely forget to send. So I love this one with all the details on that. Look at that beautiful cutout work there and a bit of shading in there. This one here I think is from, yeah, Lou Kitzelman. She's another Stampin' Up demonstrator, and she made this very beautiful card for me. And this one's from Julia, another Stampin' Up friend who makes beautiful cards. And Julia, Susan and I just went to Julia's retreat. I've got some cards from that as well. So yeah, that one's from Julia. This is from my beautiful friend Julie here, Julie Hawkins in Go Gang Go. So you wouldn't believe it, but I made a card exactly the same as this, but my bit like that was on this end and hers is on that end. So yeah, so I love this embossing folder. And then this is from none other than my gorgeous friend Tennille and Ella and Hannah. So they bought me a big chocolate cake and some flowers and come out here and surprise me on my birthday. So that was very lovely. So yes, so thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday, who made me beautiful cards. I'll just pop those up there for now. Yeah, I very much appreciate it. Now, like I said, I've got so much to show you. So I will keep going with some cards that I've made. These ones were the last Colour INKspiration 203. Now, I do have a video on my YouTube channel on how to make this card. So, yeah, if you want to pop over there and check it out. That was last fortnight's Colour INKspiration. Now, if you don't know what Colour INKspiration is, it is a Facebook group where we challenge you to use certain colours. And this fortnight, it is these ones: Petal Pink, Soft Seafoam, Floaty Flamingo, and Lost Lagoon. Now, something has happened to my Lost Lagoon ink pad. I don't know where it is, the ones like these. So I've had to drag out my old one, but it still works mighty fine. And I have created a mini album with that, but I'll just hang 5 on that and show you that in a minute. I want to continue showing you these cards that I made at these different events that I've been to. Julia made us these beautiful flowers for Valentine's Day. She made us those. And then we made all of these cards. Some of them I have not yet finished. But this one, it was just like a card buffet where you went around and you had a kit in your bag and you made some cards. So this is a card kit. There's 3 different versions of this card kit. So we made that one. As I said, this one is not quite finished yet, but I really, really liked the concept of this card. So we've got this little guy, happy birthday, on there. Then we've got some balloons, which might go here, and then some flowers, which will go down here. So I love this shimmer paper and this stone and vine embossing folder. That's what I used. Oh, upside down, Miss Jane. That's what I used on my card this week. And there's the inside. And we coloured that with some blends. So haven't quite finished sticking that one together yet. But beautiful card, Julia. Beautiful design. Then this one. Now these are some cards and envelopes that you can buy in the catalogue. Something, I can't think off the top of my head. Embossed designs cards. So, and then this is the little pop-up stamp, that one, and just some DSP in the background. There's that one. And see how the envelope is also embossed? So yeah, so there's that one. And then this one teaches us how to use white craft ink on crumb cake. So that's a beautiful card as well. Very, very nice. Some of these techniques I've done before, but haven't done them in a while. I met at the 2 classes last week. Lovely group of ladies. Oh, Joe. And then this was another one that Julia had created, and yeah, I absolutely love this one. I did pop my leaves over on the other side because I didn't want them to be this green, because that's what's on the other side. And there's Nature's Symphony on the inside of that one. And then this is one here that I'm still struggling with. It was on a bit too many angles for me. So I've got this far. Sorry, Julia. Hopefully it will get there. But yeah, that little lammy, he's pretty cute. Oh, that was the other one of those embossed cards. What does it say? Embossed designs. So that one and this one. They're in the catalogue. Those two. So yeah, so very nice, those ones. Then, while I was at, whoops, nearly lost a piece. While I was at Susan's, we made some cards together. I made this one completely at Susan's and then left it behind. This was from a retreat that I did virtually with the Stamping Lounge girls. And I've used new DSP with this one. So yeah, so that's one that I made while I was at Susan's. And then Susan taught me this one. Lots of cards, girls. Yes, lots of cards. Susan taught me this one. This is a retired piece of DSP, but this stamp set is current. And that's just a little fancy fold. So lots of lovely designs. Lots of lovely designs. And then, you know that card that Susan made me? This one here. I came home and cased that one. Hello, Karen. How are you, love? I came home and cased that with this same sweet. Oh, I can't even think what it's called. Let me have a quick scoot here, see if I can find it. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. This one. This is coming in March. It's called Garden Poetry, and it has those beautiful papers and then these shiny papers. So garden textures, this one is. But anyway, like I said, I cased Susan's card and created this one. And the stamp set that I use there is called got them all in a big pile here. Paradise Garden, and then the Paradise Garden hybrid stamp and die. A die goes inside that and cuts all these pieces here. So yeah, so that's going to be an upcoming class, that one. So pop them up there too. We don't need them anymore. We're going to have an avalanche here at some stage tonight. My husband's laughing because that's pretty normal for me. I just love this rose. It's just beautiful. Now, what else have I got to show you? I don't think I've got anything else to show you. I just need to get in and show you the Colour INKspiration project that I created. Now, like I said, these were our colour choice. Petal Pink, Soft Sea Foam, Flirty Flamingo and Lost Lagoon. You have to use all of those colours. You can use any variation of those colours, but you have to use those colours. So you can stamp off, you can watercolour, you can, you know, do any techniques basically. But I decided to make a little mini album with the beautiful product of the month paper, the Painted Illusions, because it actually had Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon and Petal Pink in it. So I was like, yep, I'm using that. And the other part of this that I used was these joyful squares. I think it's in our mini catalogue. So yeah, so I've used those ones, and let's have a look at that now. So I did see this idea from a lady, and I do have a blog post about it. The lady is a Dutch lady from, I don't know if it actually tells me where she's from. Yeah, it doesn't actually tell me. Her name's Yvonne. I'm not even going to try and pronounce her last name. Neefjes. and I've got the link in my blog post. If anyone wants to follow my blog, it is Studio Shabazz Creative Me 68. So I will put that link in there. So yeah, so basically it is a square piece of card, and it's just the way it's folded as to how we get this little mini album. So as you can see in those dies, there's some leaves there, and there's this beautiful stamp, this one here, and that's how I made that. These little bits behind here are these photo corners. So, and then I used some of this beautiful ribbon. This ribbon is 3/8 of an inch, and it's called Gold and White Metallic Ribbon, that one. So let's just open this. The crafting will happen, girls. It's just a little time waiting, but it's not a very hard project what we're doing. And then this is how this little mini album opens. So basically you've got your score, and then you score in here as well, on that one and on that one. So, and then I just set about decorating it. So I've got all these little mini photos of Eloise, Mum, Kiralee and Eloise, and I just wanted to put them into something. So this one here is like a little clipboard, and you can pull it out of here. So I really had a lot of fun making this. I have thought that I might do this as a class because it is quite an easy little mini album. So yeah, so a little place to journal, a little pocket, and then another photo. So yeah, so quite a simple little project. All the details, like I said, are on my blog, and then you literally just fold it like that to close it up, and then I've just put a cover over the back of the ribbon and the front of the ribbon, and then tied it up. So that was my colour INKspiration. Now, if you would like to create a project for this, go to the Colour INKspiration Challenges group on Facebook, and just create a project, a brand new project for this challenge, and upload it to the wall. So when I say the wall, I just mean the Facebook feed, so that it will pop up there. And if you tag hashtag CI204 in it, we'll be able to see other variations of cards made as well. So yeah, so I hope you like that little project. I thought it was quite a quick and easy, cute project. So yeah, there's that one. Just got to make sure you don't attack the things that are inside. Okay, and then today, you know, nothing better to do, so I'll make a card. Well, the card ended up turning out to be a little mini album as well. And then I saw Rhonda Wade do another mini album type thing, so I made one of those as well. So I'll leave that one there so you can see that, and I'll bring in the other one. We're not making this one. This is just one that I made today. So this is how it sits on your table. Might have to move that over there. You can still see that. This is how it sits on the table. Now, in the original version, she didn't have any of these little flip flaps, but I was watching Sarah Douglas's daughter, and she showed a project with some flip flaps. So then that sent me on a whole other tangent. So as I said, I become a little mini album. So some more photos of my beautiful granddaughter that I had in these very small versions. and then some more around this top, around this way. So this is a very quick and easy card, this one. It was just the backing piece, a piece of DSP, and then a card scored at. Scored at. Well, I think I changed the measurements a bit. 2 1/4, 4 inches, 7 1/2, 9 1/4, and 11 1/2. But I will put up the lady who I followed her design to create this one. I think her name's Peggy Noe, and she used the same joyful squares, this one again. So I haven't really decorated it too much because once you get those photos in there, it's pretty thick, but I think it's a pretty cool little card, that one. And then again, as I said, I'm using this joyful squares. Thanks, Mum. Thanks very much. Okay, so now let's get on to the one that we're going to make tonight. I know I've prattled enough and talked enough. You will need a trimmer if you are playing along. Where can we leave this? So I am going to use another piece of this beautiful designer series paper. Try to get one that doesn't have a directional pattern, because if it's got a directional pattern, one side of it, the pattern is going to be upside down. Okay, so you need a trimmer. I'm really liking this other light because it's given me a bit more light. You need a piece of 12-inch paper. I'll go with this one this time, which is good because it looks directional, but it doesn't matter. You can turn it either way. Okay, so we have a piece of 12 by 12. Now, I have already cut one, but I'm going to teach you how to cut one. Okay, so you also need one piece of white cardstock and a piece of coordinating cardstock. Okay, so I'll just get these pieces up here. Now, the first thing we're going to do, sorry, I'm just getting my little notes so I don't make a mistake. So we've got a 12-inch piece. Oh, we need an extra light in here. Come on, light, work. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, so as I said, this paper is beautiful. This beautiful illusions. So we are going to score this. Now, remember with DSP, don't score too heavily, because if you do, you'll put your score tool through your paper. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to score it. I'm going to move this way a bit. I use my trimmer upside down, so I'm just going to tell you the measurements. We're going to score at 4 inches. Make sure you use your light colored blade and just give it a couple of little light scores. And then we're going to score at 8 inches. Okay, is everyone there with me? 8 inches. Is anyone playing along? I know I have talked for a long time. Now you're going to rotate 90 degrees. Okay, then we're going to rotate 90 degrees and we're going to score at 3.5 inches. Okay, now the 3.5 inch piece becomes the top of your little mini album. Okay, so if you just want to put a little arrow up there just so you know that this is the top, we can rub that out later. Okay, and then the next score line, anyone else playing along? I can't see any comments, so I hope I'm still live. And the next score line is 8 3/4. So we're going to go right up here to 1/4 of an inch before 9, 8 3/4, and we're going to score again. Does anyone need me to do that again? I might just do it anyway. Okay, so you're starting off with your 12 by 12 piece of paper, and we're going to score. The first score line is at 4 inches. So 4 inches, and then the next score line is at 8 inches. Hello Glenda, how are you, love? The next score line is at 8 inches. Then you're going to rotate 90 degrees, and you're going to score at 3.5. Whoops, got it around the wrong way. 3.5 inches, and then you're going to score at 8 3/4. Okay, so that's all of our scoring done. Now we're going to do a little bit of cutting. Okay, so we are going to take just the tiniest little slither off this right edge. Okay, making sure that your arrow is at the top. If you put an arrow on there, like 1/16 of a millimeter, we're going to take off. Okay, so there's our little thin strip. We want to take that one off. Throw that in the bin. We don't need that. Then we're going to go over to the left. And we are going to cut, oh, I've got to do mine upside down. We're going to cut at that first score line of the 4 inch down to the 3.5 inch. So we're going to take that top left corner piece completely out. So hello Dell, how are you, love? The one where you've marked the arrow at the top, we're going to take the top left corner out, but because I've got my trimmer upside down, I'm going to turn it upside down. So we are going to go and cut that one completely out. So I'm just going on the other side of the score line to chop that out. Okay, and then down to the 3.5 inch mark. And then we're going to cut on the 3.5 inch line. And from the 4 inch back over to here, and take that whole piece out. So far this is what it should look like. Okay, so this piece is coming out of here. You don't actually need this piece for this project, but keep it because you'll be able to use it for something. Okay, so now we're going to go and work over here on this right hand top panel. Okay, so I'm going to put my score line just to the other side of the score line so that I can cut a little slit, and then we're going to go all the way over here to the 8 inch score line. Okay, we're going to go all the way, well it's full going this way because I'm upside down. Okay, over to there, and then we're just going to move it back to the other side of the score line just so that we can cut a little notch out of that. There we go. See how now I've got this little notch here cut out. So now's when you need a pair of scissors. I always use my trimmer that way too. Yes, I find it so much easier than having to look right up the top there and look, what's that measurement? Oh, I can't see it, it's too far away. Okay, so top left completely gone. Top right, we're gonna make this little slit here. Then we're gonna come down here to the bottom left. And we're gonna do exactly that again in the bottom left. So on the other side of your score line, do a little slit up here to the 3, I think that's 3.25 inch on mine because it's upside down. and then move it back over the other side of your score line and do the same thing again. And you've got that little thing happening again. I just need to go a little bit further up on that one. I didn't go further enough. So just trim that little piece out now. Get rid of that. This is just so when you fold them, it doesn't create friction. Okay, so now we've got our piece looking like this, which is how this one looks, except I'm now going to do this angular cut. Okay, so to do that, you need to fold this one over. You don't need to worry about burnishing just yet. Might just have to move my trimmer just for a minute. Now, just making sure that it lines up. Okay, there we go. So what you want to do is you want to put a mark right where this corner joins that piece of paper. So get my pencil out again. Okay, so we're going to go right there on a bit of an angle, and then we're going to put this in our trimmer and trim on the diagonal. Ah! My piece of paper just fell on the floor. So yeah, so pop it in your trimmer, and the best way to find your mark that you've made up here where they join is to put your trimmer down, your trimmer arm down. So I'm just going to lift it up and put my blade in the middle, because you don't want to start where the point is, because otherwise you're going to get a blunt point. So you're going to trim all the way up there to that one. Now, if you can't really see, just stop and have a look. I'm pretty happy with that. And then I'm going to go all the way to the point on this end. Okay? So now we have this diagonal cut as well. Righto. Who's up to there? Who's following along? Just wait, I've got to pick up this other piece of paper, girls. Okay, so I've got 2 done, ready to create. Then you need a piece of white cardstock for all your layers inside. Okay, that was my last sheet of white in that pack. I mustn't have very many people watching tonight, even though it says there's heaps of people there. Okay, so you want 1 full piece of A4 white. Just pop those to the side for the minute. I'm going to bring that trimmer back in. And we are going to chop now. Got to get the right pieces. Okay, so our first cut line is 3.5 inches. So down here at 3.5, and you're going to cut up there. So you want a 3.5 inch piece. Then you want a 3.25 inch piece. 3.25 inch strip. Cut again. So that's your 3.25. And then you should be left with a 1.5 inch piece. Okay, you're watching Mary, very good. Very good. So then you're left with a 1.5 inch piece. So pop that one there. Now pick up your 3.5 inch piece, because now you're going to cut it on the long side. Hello Jules, how are you, love? Hope you're feeling better. So on the 3.5 inch width piece, but the length of it, we're going to cut 2 pieces at 2 3/4 inches. 2 3/4 inches. Right, so that's 1, 2 3/4. That's 2 of them. And then you will have to cut a piece that's 4 3/4. Okay, there we go, 4 3/4. And then you will have this spare bit left over that you can use for a sentiment. So just put that with that pile, because you know that you're going to use that eventually. Okay, so the next one on your 3 3/4 inch piece, you're going to cut 2 at 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. 1, 2. Oops, 4.5. Right, that's our 2 pieces there, and then this piece is your spare. And then this piece here is going to form our belly band around our project. Okay, so they're the pieces we need. Who wants to see the finished item before I start making the rest of this up? Let me know if you want to see the finished item, and then I will show you. So like I said, we've got our belly band, which is 11 inches by 1.5 inches. We've got our 3 1/4 inch piece cut into 2 by 4 and 4.5, and then this is just your spare piece. So pop it up there out of the road, we don't need it. And then on our 3.5 inch piece, we've got this bigger one that's 4 3/4, and these 2 that are cut at 2 3/4, and then you've got this this piece of spare. So just pop it to the side again. Okay, I don't know that these are 2 3/4. You know, they look a bit smaller than that other one. 2. What are they supposed to be? 2 3/4 by 3.5. Oh no, they are. It's just funny how it looks. Okay, who wants to see? Yes, please. Yes, please. You really want to see before I make it up? Okay. Here's the other one that I made today. Like I said, I was very busy. Mum's saying yes, please. Glenda, thank you. Julianne, Mary, I guess the thumbs up means yes, please. Okay, so this is our belly band, and again, I'm using those beautiful dies from Joyful Squares. Dies and the stamps. So I'm using those. So again, this is another piece of this Painted Illusions DSP. You can get this for product of the month. If you spend $125, you can get the paper for $9. So as I said, this is our belly band. So we're gonna open that up, and then we're gonna flip out all of our little pieces to create a mini album. So this is perfect for those people. Oh, yes please, Kay. Yes please, Joe. Very good. So yeah, so this is the perfect little brag book to carry in your wallet. Let me see, I don't have a big enough photo that I can stick in that. Oh, maybe that one might work. Oh, look at this cute one I just found. Look at these little cuties. Ella's now 11 and Hannah's now 8, so that was quite some time ago. Little cuties. Little, yeah. They're cute. They were little cuties. Let me see what else is in here. I might be able to chop one of these photos down. Let's have a look. Oh, Jeff and Laura's wedding. We could probably use that one too. Let's have a little looky see. No, there's me and my boy. Trying to find a smallish photo to put in there. It's not looking very successful, guys. Okay, we'll see what I can do. See what I can do. Okay, so like I said, Mary said, hello, Baz.
Who?
Mary.
Hi, Mary. Mary, quite contrary.
Okay, so like I said, all these pieces that we've cut are these pieces that are in our album. So yeah, there's something wrong here. I've done something wrong. Let me have a look at those other pieces that I chopped. Let me have a look, see. That looks better. I knew I'd done something wrong here. That one is wrong. Wrong rabbits. That's better. Put that one there. So yeah, so like I said, this one goes here. And then these two little ones, they go here. And then this one goes here, and this one goes here. Okay, so by chopping those pieces out that I chopped out before, it allows us to be able to fold things much more easily. And chopping that little spine off that side allows us to fold it. So I'm going to teach you now how to fold it. Get these out of the way. Who would make this album? Who would make this little book? Mary, you could make this little book and take with you on your holiday. Okay, so getting back to our pieces. Now you can grab your bone folder and you can burnish all your score lines. So making sure when you do that you keep everything straight. Because if you've got it crooked, it's going to show out through the other side. So fold these ones up as well, making sure it's straight. Okay, this one, fold him up as well. Again, making sure. Now my blade's a bit dodgy, so I need to change that out because I'm getting little furries. Fold this one over as well. And when you get little furries, that means that you need a new blade. Speaking of new blades, they will be going up when the new annual catalogue releases. Blades and scoring blades will be going up in price. There's quite a bit going up in price actually. So if you want to pick up some savings, I would advise you to buy before the new catalogue goes live, because otherwise you'll be paying a few more dollars. Okay, did I find that one? Yes, I think I did. Okay, and then same with this one, making sure it's straight again. Burnish that, and then burnish this one. Okay, making sure it's straight, there we go. Okay, so now that we've got all those pieces done, we need to get our 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and we need to notch out a little slot here. Now trying to eyeball that you're getting about the same there as what you're getting down here, and just don't go too deep. Save that piece because you're going to use that to decorate. Righto. Oh, you also need a little circle. Okay, So now what we're going to do is we are going to, on this top right hand side, we're going to tear. Now, the easiest way to tear is to hold fingers either side of where you're tearing, and you'll get a nice torn edge. There we go. So now you can discard that piece of paper, and we're going to put a little bit of glue on this edge, and I mean a little, oh, not a big bit like that. See, I hate that when that happens. Let me get a little scrappy bit. Yeah, we don't want all that glue because we don't want it to spurt out the sides, because we're going to stick our little tabs in there. Throw that bit in the bin. Okay. A little bit of glue there, and a little bit of glue on this side. You don't need a lot, because it's not like we're holding down Fort Knox. I'm going to take a bit more off this, because otherwise we're going to have a big sloppy splurpy bit. Okay, so we're going to fold that one over. Now making sure it's straight again. I'll watch the replay tomorrow. I've been on the phone all evening. No worries, Jules. Thanks for dropping by, honey. I hope you had a good day today. Okay, so we've got that one done. So we're going to be able to slip one of our pieces of paper into there. So the one that we're going to slip in there is this 2 3/4 inch mark one. Okay, so that's our first pocket. Okay. Now, these ones here, we're only going to stick some glue on this outer edge, because it's going to form a little pocket. Okay, as I said again, not too much glue, because we do not want it spurting out the sides. And I can see on this one that I probably should have trimmed that a bit more, because it's a bit sticking off the edge, so I might be able to do that before we put the whole album together. And then on this bottom one here, we're going to put some glue as well. Okay, another little fine bead of glue, and lining it up again so it's straight. Oh, and there, see, a bit too much glue. And then this one is going to fold up here, so we're going to put glue along this one here. Now, I watched Rhonda Wade make this one today, but Rhonda Wade referred to the lady who she is in her team, Deb Smeek, and she's got all the measurements and everything written on her blog. So I will post both of their names in this video description, and then I'll upload it to YouTube over the next couple of days, and all the details will be there as well. Oh, that looks pretty cool. That's a pretty cool looking card. So now how this goes together, actually we'll put all the bits in first. We'll put this one in here. Okay, and then we can set about decorating. Okay, that one. And then this one in the middle here. And this one has our instructions. That one to go into that corner pocket. And this one goes in this corner pocket. Okay, so now we can decorate. So I'll bring back in the decorated one that I've used. So on this one you can see that I've used another coordinating cardstock underneath there and made myself a little tab. Okay, so that became the top of that. And because I was using this suite of products, bundle of products, I used the scallops from it, I used the little corner mounts from it, the little, what do you call them, clipboard mount as well. So for you to decorate it, it's just personal choice. The one that I saw Rhonda making, she used the scrapbooking workshop kits to decorate. So let's set about decorating this other one. I'll just have to bring the stamps in now. And you'll need a couple of extra bits of white for your front of your belly band as well. Okay, so let's get that out. I mightn't use white because I've got this this colour here. Does this go? Does this go with it? Maybe not. Maybe not. What about this one? Does that one go with it? No, that one doesn't either. I've just got all these little scrappy bits sitting here and I thought, oh, I might be able to use them. I think that's the right colour. And I definitely have that here, so I can bring that out. Yeah, I might do it in that. Might do it in that. So we're going to need that die. Okay. So we need a couple of them, and we need one of them, and that, and this guy here, those two to create that little corner piece. Need some leaves. Yeah, we could have used that circle for our circle, or did I? I did. There we go. So yeah. Do you think you would make one of these? I think I'm going to be making a few of these. Get rid of that. I don't like that cardstock. Get rid of that. And I'll get rid of this just for the minute. Okay, so we need, oh, I've got two pieces there. So I need that trimmer again. There we go. We need the trimmer. Now, let's see what we need. So we need this frame. Now, how I made that look like a vintage photo frame is I actually cut a piece like this. I have that one in there and then this one inside of it. And I run them through together. So just grab yourself a bit of washi. There we go. Let's get a bit of washi tape, which I've got here. Pop that one down. Oops, made him a bit crooked there. Right, just so we know how big a border we need. So I'm going to chop that now. So we want to make sure that we've got about the same amount of border on either side. That's a bit too much. That looks a bit better. So I'm going to chop that. And then chop this bit up the top here. So we want a bit of a border there. I'm going to chop my washi tape if I do that. So bring it on the inside. Okay, so now when we run this through, we will create our Polaroid photo frame. Okay. Now, normally I would do this on a bigger machine so that I don't have my dies going straight where the roller is. But because the big machine is further behind me, I'm just going to fix this up because it's gone a bit crooked. I'm going to have to do it straight. If it was in a bigger plate, I would rotate my cardstock so that one part of the die is hitting before the next part. There we go. So that one's right. Now I'll put this one back in the middle of it. Line that up. So, I mean, you can decorate to your heart's content. I'm just going to cut these few things out so I can show you how I put them together and created the different frames. Now, you'll hear this go crunch, and that's what I try to avoid. I really don't like that crunching. So, now we have this frame. Look, we have one of the small ones, we have this little guy, this little skinny fella, and then we have our Polaroid frame. Okay, so that's that one done. Now the next thing we need is we need a couple of these guys because we're going to do one at the front and one at the back of that little frame. Okay, bring this back in. So like I said, you know, you can decorate to your heart's content and, you know, put whatever you want to use. And like I said, Rhonda used the sticker sheet from the scrapbooking workshop sheets. So that made it quick and easy for her because like she said, she doesn't have time to sit for 6 hours and try and create something, whereas I'm not quite as busy as her. I like to have a little play and work out what I'm going to do. Are we going to get rain tomorrow, girls? Because apparently it's going to rain. I'm going to be in town all day tomorrow, so it'll probably rain. At least I won't have clothes on the line and it getting wet. Now, on our sample, we've also got, we'll bring it back in. A bit of a juggle here tonight. Put that over there. We've also got these little guys here. So I will cut those out of some flirty flamingo as well. So we need another little strip of that. Right, so chop that one up there. Be able to use that again. Okay. So we need a circle. I'm just going to use this one because I'm being lazy. We've got a circle there for that to go on, for that one. And then I need to do these dies. What else do I need to do? Those ones. And then I need to do some stamping. Okay, so let's just, yeah, see I've done the two for this one, front and back of that. Let's just put that to the side. I should be able to put these in here. Now this is where you need another bit of washi tape so that it'll stay together. Okay, that one. There's a piece there. And we're going to do these two. So put that one on there. See, that just moved then. Okay. Look, I missed a square in there. Pull that one out. Got another square there. Okay, now I need some more washi. Yep, here's some. Always keep some on my handle. Right. Do that piece. Have I still got anyone there? Because I'm taking a little bit of time, but you'll see in the end what it looks like. Okay. Let's do this one. Now this little corner one, it actually embosses as well as die cuts. So when I reveal this, you'll be able to see how it cuts and embosses at the same time. That one. So we need to do two of those. So I'll do another one of those, and I'll do another corner mount. No. Oh, what's it called? Scallop edge. Just remember to pop them out when you've die cut them, because when you run them through again they get another crease mark in them. So there's one scallop. Actually, I don't need two of them because I cut it in half, so that one can stay there. I just need to cut that one. Still watching? Oh, that's good. You're still watching. Very good. It's very hard when you're talking to yourself. You're like, is anybody watching me? I think. Whoa! I told you there's an avalanche at my house. The colour wheel just fell down. There we go. You go back in there, mate. What else do I need? So I've got my scallop for that. I've got that. I've got those. I've got that. I think that's all I need. Now you can see with mine, I did a deeper cut on mine, but that's okay. We'll still be able to use that one. Okay, so let's start putting this together. Bring back here now. Bring back in our design now. Here we go. Leave our belly band up there. Okay, so on this one, we are going to, I'll just pull them off of here. Put them there. We are going to stick these little guys down. Now, again, do not use too much glue because of that cut in it. It will seep through. So you just need enough to hold it down. Like, you know, little tiny bits of it. And the good thing about this green glue is that it goes tacky when it's dry. So I like that about the green glue. And see how we've got that little bit of white poking out there? Just trim it off. Nobody's going to know it was there. Then this one. So don't forget, I advertised for a windmill. Oh, Mary. Oh my God, you will be a legend if you get me a windmill. I will be forever grateful and indebted to you. My husband probably won't be so happy, but he's sitting over there shaking his head. Oh dear, oh dear. Thank you very much, Mary. I told someone that they had to pay me in windmills for something that they're taking from our place in the next week, and it was a big like ha laugh. For those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, prattling on about, I've always wanted a big windmill in my yard, and it was Barry's birthday last year, and I saw one at King Kong, sales or whatever they're called. And so anyway, I bought it, but it took us till Christmas time or the New Year or something to get it put up. So I do now have a windmill. So there's our little corner piece there. Okay, got one, but causes more trouble than enough. Oh, really? What, don't you use it as a windmill? Okay, so with this scalloped piece, you're just going to trim down the guts of that, and we're going to stick that on either side here on this one. Okay, so again, not too much glue. Oh, this glue's got a little tiny bit of sticky bit on it. Okay, a little tiny bit of glue, not much, don't use too much glue. It's not like we need to hold heaps of things down. So pop that one in that corner. There we go. And then what did I do with the other half of it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, you've got the real one over your ball. Oh, righto. Yeah. Well, I guess you need that. There we go. So just stick that one over that corner as well. Straighten that up. Okay. So now we've got our scallop there. What we're going to do is we're going to stick this to here, but I don't know that I want pink with that green. Let's have a look. Where's our piece of paper that I cut it out of? Where's that other bit? Oh no. Oh, I might do that, girls. I might chop some of this out and have flowers, because I really don't like that green. Okay. There we go. That'll be better. See that piece you tore off? We're still going to use it. Right, let's have a look. Oh, how much better does that look? Much better. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to chop that, or we're going to glue it down first. I'm going to glue that down and stick it to this one. I don't really do have a 4-foot one on my veranda with my frog hotel. Oh, that'd be cute, even though I hate frogs. I hate them jumping on me. I don't hate frogs as such, but I just hate that they jump on me. Right, so now we're going to chop that off. We're going to stick it on there, and then we're going to chop it off. Okay? There's mine. Yeah, no, I didn't stick one in the back, did I? No, I didn't stick one in the back. Yeah, so let's just trim that one off. There we go. Now just line it up to make sure it looks even between that point and that point. And then stick it down. Stick it, stick it, stick it. Okay. That looks about right. It could probably go this way a little bit. And now we've got these 3 little punches together. With these 3 little punches, I'm going to punch a hole. Oh, in the circle one, I mean. I'm going to punch a hole in here, actually. I'm going to measure it this time because last time I wasn't happy with it. How many centimeters is it? 4.5. So that's 2.25. About there somewhere. Nobody can probably see where I put that mark, but about there. Where is he? There he is. So now we got a hole. Yeah, I'm happier with that. So now we've got that one over here. You could reinforce this one at the back if you wanted to, but you don't really need to. Okay. So that can go in there. How are we going, girls? Right, what else did I put on this? On my frame now. Now this one is a bit trickier because we're putting a photo in it, I am using tape because we don't want our photo to not be archival. So this tape that I use is not Stampin' Up, but it is archival. So I'm just going to put a very fine line of that along there so that when we put our photo in there, it's going to be safe. So just on the 2 sides and the bottom. Who could be bothered making one of these? I need you to tell me. Do you think it's too much hassle, or do you think you would attempt to make one? How did you go with your kit cards, Mary? If anyone wants any kits from last week and the week before, I do have some spare kits for sale. Just contact me and I'll work out how I can get them to you. Okay, so now we're going to put that one, and I'm only going to pull one piece of this tape off until I get it lined up. Okay, because we want to make sure that it's even all the way around. You think you'd like to try? Hello, Leslie. How are you, love? You might be able to do it when you come to home, Leslie. Right, there's our Polaroid frame. So now we'll pull off the rest of the sticky tape. If I can get it up. There we go. How are you, darling? Right, pull that one off. Get this other one. You'd like to try it, Glenda? Yeah, it's a fun one. Just something a little bit different. I mean, you could make a smaller version if you wanted to. It would be a bit more tedious, but you could make a smaller version. Now I've turned over my tape. There we go. Come on. Out you come, Mr. Tape. He doesn't want to come off tonight. There we go. So there's our Polaroid frame. I do love that paper, yes. Oh, where are you off to? You lucky ducky? Or are you going home? Okay, so we've got those pieces. Now, do we want to put a stamp sentiment in there? Let's have a look. What have we got? So we've got love these days, little snippets of joy and good times. Well, there's been busy with my garden and all the plants from Bunnings, doing them this week Now I'm organised for craft weekend. Very good, Mary.
Yeah, craft comes first.
Of course, craft comes first. Righto, good times. We'll put that one on there. Okay, so let's grab a little block. Let's hope I've left myself enough room here. Or maybe. Okay, so we're using Flirty. So let's use Flirty ink. Oh, look at that. I re-inked it. It'll be juicy. Right, let's see if I can get that on without getting it everywhere else. Oh, look at that. Have faith, Sharon. Okay, good times. Okay, so that one can go in there. And then on this one, I did some stamping as well. Oh, I've got to do this one as well. Oh, you're off to Tassie, you lucky ducky. Woohoo. Have fun without me. Okay, so this one is a little bit more tricky because we need to chop that little bit out. So we're going to glue this one down first. Don't put glue up here yet. Just glue that bit on first. And check it out evenly. Right. Now, making sure that that's straight with the top edge of that. Now grab that little punch again. Oh, no, yes, yeah, grab that punch and go through and punch that little notch out. Just so you can get your, oops. Yeah, so now you got that one. Now you can stick these two together. So now you can put some glue here. Put some glue there. And some more glue on this one. Because we're putting string in this and we're pulling from it, I'm making it a bit more stronger by putting one on the back as well. Giving it a bit more stability. There we go. Okay. Very good. So that one's going to go that way. Then we need some string and we need some ribbon. Now this ribbon is retired, which I'm very sad about, but anyway. This little guy here, we're going to stamp something. We are going to stamp this little guy here. This little flourish. Now he is a little bit of a tricky one, this one, because of the shape of him. He kind of needs to be put there and then rolled onto the block. Come on, lift up. Just so that you can get it fairly well straight. It doesn't look straight actually. There we go, that looks better. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp again with Flirty Flamingo. I love this little flourish. Right. Now, eyeballing that to see if we've got it in the middle. Stamp and hold. Look at that. How pretty is that? I could have made that torn bit a little bit smaller. There. Hello, Lisa. How are you, love? Good to see you. Long time no see or hear from you. Okay, so let's stick this one down because we've put our frame on that. We're making a little mini album tonight, Lisa. I saw Rhonda Wade make this today in her lunch break. And she always says that she doesn't do anything hard. because she's a fast crafter. And yeah, she had it done in her lunch break, so there we go. So yeah, so got some room for some photos there and some journaling. Now, what to do with the lid? There we go. Now I need to find a piece of white so that I can stamp that little frame. I don't know about you girls, but I have this little box with all these bits of pre-cut white so that I can just grab it whenever I need it. Okay, so we need to put string in those, but I'll just put that to the side for the minute and stamp this one, which is here. I don't know what colour we should do it, girls, because when we fold this up, so we fold this one in first, then this one, then this one, and then this one. Do you think we should do it in the flirty? Because I think we don't have any blue in this anywhere else. So, and I haven't used yellow. Daylight savings is the pits. Oh yes. I cannot imagine having daylight savings. So I think, yeah, I think we're gonna have to use the flirty, girls. So let's just, now this is a big block going to my ink pad, so don't smoosh it down too much. Just give it light little fairy kisses and walk it around the ink pad. And then take a look and see if you think you need to smoosh it somewhere else, because that there doesn't look like it's got any ink on it. One way you could be guaranteed to get this in complete is using the new stamp positioning tool. Yeah, flirty would be good. Right, so I'm just going to stamp that down now. Now I should have had a mat underneath it, but I tell you, this glass plate, it goes well. I don't have too many failures with that. Look at that, beautiful. Beautiful. Oops, there goes my flower that Julia made me. Okay, let's get that out of the road and let's cut that now. Where's that frame? Is it that one? Yes. There we go. So flirty, flirty, flirty. And we need love these days before I do that. I'm gonna do that in petal pink, I think. I'll see what it looks like on a piece before I do it, because I did re-ink this the other day and it's like, it's dirty. It's dirty looking. So let's put that one up there. Right, let's see how we're going. When you get lots of little ink bubbles like that, it's because your ink pad's too wet. So grab yourself a credit card or a spoon and just push your ink down a bit. Because like I said, I did just re-ink this. So right, push that ink down and now try it again. And that takes most of those little bubbles away. Let's see what that looks like. Oh no, that doesn't look too bad. There's something there on my E, but okay. Because we're turning it on an angle, we need to stamp it on an angle. this set. There we go. Right, let's run that through now. Get that out of the road. Oh, I need a couple of leaves. Let's stamp those as well before we go, because I can die cut them. Okay. A little tiny block. Have I got one here? Nope. I was positive. Oh, yes, I do. There it is. Okay. I'll do that in flirty. Which set is this? This is called Joyful Squares. Leslie? This one? Joyful Squares. And then the stamp is Joyful Squares as well. You can buy some DSP that's all cut into squares as well that goes with this set. So, I haven't used it yet. Right, some leaves now. Oh, that's so pretty. I love flirty. Okay, now I need the leaf dye. Here we go. There's so many new sets coming out that you never quite get a chance to play with them all before they are retiring, which is a bit frustrating to me because, you know, haven't even got a chance to play with them and they're gone. There we go. So I'll run that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Move all those bits out of the way. Oh, I better trim this down. Won't fit through otherwise. How long are you in Tassie for, Leslie? Oh, 4 days. Oh no, you got a wedding or something? I think that just moved. It did just move. Lucky I didn't keep running that through. There we go. Oh, that's right, I forgot about that. Oh, well, 4 days is better than no days. It's a bit like me going to Margaret River. It's like whatever time I can get, I take to go and see you. Right, that's one's done. And then a leaf, and then I want one more leaf. I really like this set, but it's a nice set. Okay, nearly finished die cutting, girls. My little granddaughter rings me every day and she says, Grammy, I'm coming to your place on the big jet plane. And I'm like, oh, I wish you were coming to my place on the big jet plane. I really miss that little munchkin. She's been not very well. Kiralee was supposed to be going to Lainey Wilson tonight in Perth, but she hasn't been well enough for her to go. So she's a bit disappointed tonight. But anyway, these things happen. Hey, just noticed there's a couple little marks there from my plate. I'm just going to rub them off. Okay, how are we going here, girls? Let's have a look. Let's have a little wee looky see. Okay, I need one of these for in here. So let's put a bit of glue on that. Still hot outside, love?
No, it's cooled down. It tried to rain for a little bit.
Oh, that'd be
Gone
nice.
now.
Gone.
It's
Okay,
wet.
so pop that one there. Try not to get any glue where you're going to put your photo. Okay, let's fold this up. I know I need to still put the ribbon on there. Fold this one up. Fold this one up. Now we're going to make our belly band next. Now, the thing that what's her name? Oh, Deb Smeek said, the thing to remember when you're making a belly band around something is to not crease your belly band too tight. So just take it around gently, right? And hold it there. Don't do a firm crease on that. And then the other tip she gave us also was she put her bone folder in here so that it gave her a bit of room, and then she brought her belly band around to the other side. And because you're going to use this circle to cover it, you're just going to trim it off where they're going to join. Okay, so trim that one off. That just becomes your spare bit. Okay, so now that you've got that under there, you've got enough room to pull your belly band on and off. So I thought that was a very good tip. So put that back there first. Give yourself a little bit of glue on there. I thought it was a good idea too, Leslie. I thought that's genius, because I always struggle. Okay, so now pull that together, and see I haven't actually flattened these down, so therefore it's not going to be too tight. Okay, so now I'm able to slide it up and down easily because I've had that bone folder in there. Okay, so now you can kind of give it a gentle tighten. And then where is our little circle? Well, actually, we're not using a circle, we're using this. So I need to make a genius. I agree too. I need to make another little frame now that just goes behind this, because we're at the full width with our die. So I'm just going to cut a frame. God, my table's messy, girls. It's a bit of a pigsty. Oh, there goes my bone folder. Lucky I got another one. So about that much. And then about that much. Don't you love my measuring? Right. So now we're going to stick those two together. I do like this little project. I thought it was quite a neat little project. Okay, stick these two together. Just even it out now. Make sure it's even on all sides. Okay, now my trick for getting this in the middle of here is so that I can see where I want to put the glue, I'm going to flip it over. Okay? I'll flip it over and kind of eyeball it. And then I'm going to put a couple of marks here and here and there and there. So I know to only put glue in this middle section. Okay? If I can get the glue to come out. Okay, and then because you kind of got a rough idea where you're going to put it, kind of just put it down and have a little looky see that you're about even. And hey presto, if we pull that off, we shouldn't have any glue showing at the back there, see? How's that? Pretty good, I reckon. Right, and then we can slide that back on. And hey presto, we've got our belly band on there. Now, I mean, you could go to town, you could put ribbon on this, you could put bling on this, you could decorate it to your heart's content, but I'm just doing a quick and easy one for you girls tonight. But I would love to see if anyone makes one of these. If you do, just share it on this video. That would be great. Now we need some bling. Look, here's the perfect one. This is the pearlized faceted gems. That's what I used on my my little project. This one here. That's what I used on that. Get that out of the road. I use these guys. I need a pair of scissors to pick this up. Okay, I might use these little light ones, I think. And I'm just sticking that at the ends of those little loops. Oh, I can't do it on that one. I'll just have to stick it to the side. So I've already stuck my leaf down. There we go. Okay, what do we think, girls? Let's have a look at it side by side of the other one. Let me get rid of all these bits. Put it over here so I don't lose them. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. That's all about. Oh, we didn't do our ribbon. That's what we'll do. Do our ribbon. So that's my other project. This is this one that we've made tonight. Okay, there's that one. Now let's do this bit of ribbon. We need about that much ribbon for this one. There we go. Probably did too much. You like it, okay? And then a little bit of twine to hold this bit of ribbon close to the edge of here. I wouldn't put too many embellishments in the inside of this because it makes it too thick then to fold it back. I think with a couple of photos it'll be fine, but if you start adding embellishments and ribbon and lots of layers, you're going to end up with a very thick little mini album. On that way. On that way. My other one was a bit too long, so I made that a bit shorter. And then this one I just did a bit of string. I really wished we could buy this string in just white. Okay, fantastic. You love it, do you, Glenda? That's good. I'm pleased. This one can go in here. I'd love to see you make it, girls, but I will post the links to the ladies who made them tomorrow. I do have town tomorrow, so at some stage tomorrow I'm just making another little loop at the end so I can tie this off. There we go. Come on, be nice. Be nice. Just so it doesn't undo. That one. Put that in there. Now, I didn't cut down a photo yet because that will take me a little while, but that's that one with that belly band, and then I'll bring the other one in. Which one do you like best? This one? The Lost Lagoon one or the Flirty Flamingo one? I will bring my other little colour INKspiration one in here too. I hope you enjoyed that, girls. I will show you the cards that we made at our class this last week. That's that one and this one we made this week. I only had 3 ladies come, so there is some card kits, and then the ones from the week before this one. And so let me know if you would like a kit. And this one is from the week before. Lost Lagoon for you, Flirty for Kay. I'll just move them out of the road now. You love the cards? Yeah, I like them too. So yeah, so what do we reckon? Lost Lagoon? I think Lost Lagoon's my favourite, but then it's one of my favourite colours. I was so glad when it came back to into the colour refresh. Oh, good night, Mary. Glad that you could enjoy the evening with us. Yes, thank you for both, but Lost Lagoon is your number one. Oh, very good, Glenda. Yeah. No, it's lovely to spend the night with you girls, and I don't think I went too far over time. It's usually about 9 something when I get finished, so I hope you enjoyed that and all the things I had to share with you. And yeah, I really enjoy these nights with you girls. So I would love it if you could share my video and grow my channel. That would be wonderful. Yes. So thank you very much for a lovely evening, and next week I won't be here. I will be in Brisbane. Yeah, so next week is out. But if I get creative, I might be able to do a video before I go. So, yeah. Okay then, good night, ladies. Thank you all.